All right, here are the answers for Wednesday's starters. This is a little more difficult today. So Isaac walks 6/10 of a mile in 1/5 of an hour. If Isaac's walking rate remains constant, then what is Isaac's walking rate in miles per hour? Which means my miles goes on top, and this is kind of funny because it's going to look weird, but 6/10 of a mile, and then we're going to make a proportion still, and then the hour goes on the bottom. So 1/5 of an hour goes on the bottom. Well, we want miles in 1 hour. So to get from 1/5 of an hour to a whole hour, we would have to multiply times 5. Because if we take 1/5 5 times, that would give us a whole hour. And so then we have to take whatever we do on the denominator, we also have to do on the numerator. So we're looking at 6/10 times 5, and that's going to give us the number of miles he can walk in 1 hour. So we do 6/10 times 5 over 1, and then we multiply straight across. 6 times 5 is 30. 10 times 1 is 10. And 30 over 10, or 30 divided by 10, is 3. So we can walk 3 miles per hour. During a bake sale, 1.5 dozen cookies were sold in 1/3 of an hour. What is the unit rate for the dozens of cookies sold per hour? So again, we're looking at cookies per hour. So we have 1.5 dozen cookies. And that's in 1/3 of an hour. And if we want the cookies in 1 hour, well, we take our third of an hour and we multiply that times 3, will give us a full hour. And then whatever we do on the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. So we have 1.5 dozen cookies. Sorry, that's dozen cookies times 3. So the easiest way to do that is we can just take 1 times 3, and that's going to give us 3. So that's my 1 times 3. And then 1/2 times 3 is equal to 3 halves. 3 halves is equal to 1 whole, and then 1/2 left over. And so if we add the 3 plus the 1.5, we'd get 3, and we wouldn't get 3, we would get 4. 3 plus 1 is 4.5. You could also change this if you wanted to, do 2 times 1 plus 1 to get 3 halves, and then multiply that by 3 over 1, and that would be 9 halves. And if you divide 9 by 2, 2 goes into 9 4 times with 1/2 left over. So you can do it either way. And then the last one here, it says, the graph below can be used to calculate John's typing speed. So we're looking at this graph, and it gives us a couple points. One of the points that we have is that in 2 minutes, he can type 50 words. So that's what that point means. In 2 minutes, he can type 50 words. So it says James types 2 times as fast as John. Which equation represents the number of words, W, that James types in T minutes? So the first thing that I would do is, this is John, and if he can do 2 minutes and he types 25 words, that means in 1 minute he can type 25 words. I might have just said that. In 2 minutes, he could type 50 words. So in 1 minute, he types 25 words. So James types 2 times as fast as that. So if he types twice as fast as John, that means that this is his speed, 50 words. So he can type 50 words a minute.